With no Gucci, Supreme, go yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to get my neck froze. Yeah, they learning you really the most. Yeah, these niggas is motherfucking jokes. Yeah, they don't even know what I'm on. Yeah.
Hey YouTube, it's FeliceHD. I am back again. I hope you all are maintaining your health and sanity during these trying quarantine times.
Special Rona edition.
We're still in days into the quarantine. It's kind of chilly today. I wasn't really quite sure what to put on, so even though I'm just throwing something on, I want to be weather appropriate. So yeah, it's kind of chilly. We got some mint coming up. Looks really good. I'm excited about that. That's peppermint. And I got some greens and lettuce, different varieties coming up in the seed starters. Things are starting to show up. This is exciting. I need to come out here and replant some of these. Oh my goodness, look at these. We got some more lettuce and greens out here, some sunflowers. They're coming right on up. This tray didn't do too well. I think I'm gonna have to repot that tray.
Feels so good to be back in the house. Oh my goodness.
It is so freaking chilly outside. Even with a jacket, it's still very much washing my hands. So make sure you guys stay on top of that. Is just check in with everybody to make sure everything is okay. Please leave a comment, let you know, just a thumbs up. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe as always. Today's video is actually, I'm going to capture more details about a post that I put on Instagram where I was saying that one of my quarantine goals was to grow my real nails. And I have a picture. One broke the other day. But yeah, these are like the first time my real nails have actually been this long. I wanted to show you all the regimen that I've been using. So here's one of the ways that I like to clean my nails. We grate my hands through it and you can see like the lemon. This is actually a lemon that I squeezed out for lemonade. And so what I've done is I just take my fingers and dig them down in the what's left of the pulp of the lemon, so that you can, I don't know if you can actually see what I'm doing, but I'll just like dig them down in there. I grew up seeing my aunt do this in the country. They were sustenance farmers. They maintained a garden, and this was one of the things that really didn't make sense to me. I thought it was about just trying to get the dirty smell off, or because it does give you a really fresh lemony smell. And what I'll do is I'll just connect my nails, and well, this one gonna be kind of short, but I'll just run my fingers and sanitize my fingertips. That has been working really well for me. And I was in the salon before I would like in between heads, just as a mechanism to really make sure, y'all have to really be careful, because everybody is hollering about they want to go back to their, routine, their personal care routine. But I want you to begin to observe some of these habits and stuff, because a lot of beauticians, it is nothing wrong with beauticians having like the fake nails and stuff like that, but a lot of those fake nails, especially if they're not applied properly, they can carry a lot of bacteria. Probably like Google scalp analysis in your area if you having issues with like itching or like flaking. A lot of different people go through various different issues, but really it's bacteria. And I think some of these styling techniques and some of these personal care habits and some of these stylists is really spreading that stuff. A lot of people are losing their hair. A lot of people are having various issues with their heads because their stylists aren't observing, a good personal care regimen. So for those of you, especially the stylists, once they resume doing hair, you definitely will want to take this technique with you. It's low cost and it will kill off a lot of the bad bacteria. It doesn't damage as much of the good bacteria as some of the other cleaning mechanisms that are just as effective. So keep this in mind. I'm going to pause now to go wash my hands. I don't think we've had enough discussion about washing hands over the past couple of weeks. I think we all know how to do that. So hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, so now you have an all-natural tip to be able to cleanse and sanitize your hands naturally. Now, for those of you that are interested in what I use, I'll put the link in the description box below, but this is the soap that I like to use. It's Dr. Jacobs Naturals, the Pure Castile Citrus Castile liquid soap. That's one of my personal faves. I use it as a shampoo, a body wash. I use it, like I said, couple of quarantine. I got to get back and get some more. All right. So now that we know how to cleanse our hands and sanitize them naturally, or as naturally as possible, this has been like my quarantine go-tos, just in general. I think that you should try to consider some of these regardless. I mean, even beyond this whole quarantine situation, I think it really helps to have a good vitamin care regimen. So this is my personal go-to. It's the Rainbow Light Women's One. I love these vitamins. They are, they have superfoods and probiotics, and a long list of a lot of necessary vitamins. So that's my one a day. I'm going to get into my vitamin care regimen. There are a lot of vitamins that contribute to overall health. And so, so far, each day, I've been doing the Women's One Rainbow Light vitamins. I love these. They have superfoods and probiotics in them. I do D3 just off a personal note a couple of times a week because I've had issues in the past with a D deficiency. Not so much towards the summer. I do tend to get more sun in the summer months. So I basically do it like maybe once or twice a week until I start going like every day, spending time in the sun. D3 is really good if you are indoors like we are quarantined. So keep that in mind. D vitamins are very helpful if you're inside a lot. Echinacea and Golden Seal extract blend. I've been using this for about 2 years now, especially during flu season. It's really helpful just as a general go-to during the winter months to fight off any types of bacterial or viral infections. Okay. Also with vitamin C, you want to focus on your immune health throughout the winter months. I pretty much do vitamin C year round, just as a supplement, but all the additional vitamins, I do those maybe once or twice a week max, and I stagger them. I don't do them all at the same time. So I've already taken my multivitamin for the day, and then there's this, the B complex supplement with B12. I really like this one. It's a liquid supplement. I basically I have some water here that I'm getting ready. There's instructions about putting the drops directly under your tongue. I don't really like doing that. So what I do is I just put a few drops into my water in the morning that I take my other vitamins with and leave it at that. If you are really tired, if you're having like chronic fatigue, this is one of the vitamins that really helps with that. I've been using this for years. That's probably about 4 or 5 years off and on. It's really good with like I don't want to say like a coffee replacement, because I use green tea sometimes too. But it's very good for like an energy boost if you're feeling tired or whatever. I would definitely recommend taking this in the morning or when you're like your waking hours, whatever those are, because some people work at night. But when you take this, you're going to get instant, like a burst of energy. So just keep that in mind. Don't take this before you're supposed to be getting ready to go to sleep because you're not going to be tired. Okay. Now I also gravitate towards the vitamin E capsules, but for those, I do not take them. I apply them topically. One of the biggest quarantine complaints that I've been seeing on the forums recently is that people are really having a hard time with all of the hand washing because it's really drying out their hands. I found that the vitamin E capsules, if you pop them, there's an oil in there that's very helpful. I usually do that part last, but I will mix it with either the 100% glycerin, the vegetable glycerin, or extra virgin olive oil. I typically do it at night just because that's like the longest period where I'm not doing anything with my hands, honestly. Down in there and squeeze the oil out. If you just mash it out of the capsule. This olive oil that I'm using has like a cap where you can put down in there, and that's typically what I'll do. I'll put like a half a cap full. Okay, so I just cup it and pour that into. This is really good when you're, especially if you're like washing your hands all throughout the day, to just put this oil back into your skin. I'll just put like maybe about 3 squirts of that, less than a teaspoon, and rub that in. Apply it to your hands as you feel necessary. The other good thing about vitamin E, like I noticed the other day, I have a burn here. I was making something and the grease popped on my wrist, and this was like literally like 2 or 3 days ago, and it was a pretty nasty burn, and you can see now it's pretty much healed up. Like, vitamin E is really good for that sort of thing. Now, as far as my nail growth, I think that's been like one of the benefits that was kind of unexpected. It's always been a goal of mine. I've always been like interested. I used to get like professional nails put on pretty routinely, and so I had quite a bit of damage to my nails once I started like just wearing my real nails. But the nails, I don't know whether it's the vitamins or, you know, me massaging the oils. I don't push my cuticles back. I don't cut my cuticles. I don't do any of that. I just pretty much every day, every other day, I will put oil on my hands and the vitamin E and use the lemons and sanitize them. And so I wanted to share that with you all because I'm getting ready to go out and work in the garden. And I'm going to wear some gloves. So for those of you that have to wear gloves, you know, this does really help because sometimes the gloves can really just take the dryness up a notch. But it definitely, all the hand washing, I would say use the amount of oil that you're going to feel like working in. I mean, don't waste it. If you don't want to sit here for 10 minutes and work this in, then maybe you should put as much oil as I just did. But I understand the sentiment because so many people are like crying out like their hands are so dry, and I'm telling you, this works. But this is actually very calming. Just remember to love on your loved ones. Take the necessary precautions through this entire quarantine. Make sure that you're safe. Take care of yourself. And I will see you soon. Till next time. Peace and blessings.